It's 2023 Ontario Archives Awareness Week. This short video is inspired by this year's theme of stepping into your community. I'm inviting you to step into the Archives Association of Ontario's archival discovery database, Archeion. Archeion is a publicly available database. Anyone can access it and anyone can search it. You can access it at the link on this slide, www.archeion.ca. In terms of scope, it is a database of archival materials cared for by archives and memory institutions located in Ontario. As of the day of recording, Archeion has contact information for 193 archives or memory organizations and over 18,000 digitized records from 98,000 published archival descriptions. The Archeion database is a free service for institutional members of the Archives Association of Ontario. Any institutional member of the AAO can use Archeion and add their archival descriptions to the database. The AAO is a volunteer-led organization that has existed since 1993 and represents over 300 archives and memory institution professionals. Archeion as a database can be used to connect the dots across the information available in Ontario's archives. It may not have all the answers you need, but it can help connect you to new points of information on your research journey. If you're new to archival research, welcome. Here are some things you should know. First, a finding aid is a document, usually a text document, that provides a description of archival records to assist researchers in understanding and contextualizing the materials that are cared for by an archives institution. Archival materials are usually grouped by the person, family, or organization that created or collected the records. Finding aids are narrative and hierarchical in structure. It can be helpful to know that a very, very small portion of records are digitized for online access. In a lot of cases, the finding aid archival descriptions will be the only way to tell what records an archival institution has in their care. It can also be helpful to know that even if you find a record in Archeion within a finding aid description, those records may not be physically accessible to you as a researcher. Archives have to follow copyright and privacy laws that may restrict access in some cases. In Archeion, you can search for archival records by names, places, filter by dates, use keyword searches, and browse through our 193 participating archives institution records. When you go to the Archeion website, you'll see this page. At the very top of the page, you'll see a Browse dropdown beside a search bar. When you click the Browse dropdown, you can select from a list of browse pages. There are 3 browse pages to remember. First is the archival description browse page, where you can find finding aids from each institution. Next is the people and organization browse page. This page shows you the creators or subjects connected to an institution's finding aid. Please know that not every name in the Archeion database is on this page. These name records are only added to the Archeion database if a person or organization is either a creator of or a subject of a record or a set of records in Archeion. Last but most important is the Archival Institutions Browse page. This page shows you a list of all the archives and memory organizations in Archeion. These are the archives institutions that you can contact to request access to records. Remember this, Archeion is a directory. This page can connect you with 193 archives that can potentially support your research. As you are navigating through Archeion, remember these 3 levels of information in the database. Archeion first has archival institution pages, 193 of them, 1 page representing each institution. Second, the archival institutions have archival descriptions. Archival descriptions represent the records that each archival institution cares for. Finally, third, when creators or subjects are added to archival descriptions, a people and organizations record is created that you can then browse separately from the archival description pages. Another important thing to know, remember that search bar at the top of the Archeion homepage? I need you to know this search bar doesn't work like Google. It doesn't return a search for everything. Instead, as you type into the box, it auto-populates results based on the type of record in Archeion. So if I begin typing the word Laurentian, trying to search for Laurentian University Archives, Archeion will first show me a list of archival descriptions with the word Laurentian. It then lists the Laurentian University Archives institutional record, which is what I'm looking for, and then also lists the people and organization names with part of the word Laurentian in them, as well as 2 place terms. When you step into Archeion, it can be helpful to understand what type of information the Archeion database has to understand why you get these different search results in the database search box. The most important thing to remember is that Archeion is a pathway to connect you with Ontario archives. You can always visit the institutional browse page to find an archives and contact an archivist. And there are other provincial and territorial archival discovery databases like Archeion that can connect you with archives across Canada. You can find all of these at the link on this slide. I hope you enjoyed stepping into Archeion. Happy 2023 Archives Awareness Week, Ontario. Please get in touch at the Archeion Coordinator email if you have any Archeion questions. Take care.